Hello, ladies and gentle dudes. It's been forever since I made a YouTube video. Right now, I'm really struggling. I been working way too much with my delivery jobs. My elbow somehow bulged up, and I went to the doctor. They don't have insurance, and they charged me $100 and something just to refer me to a sports medicine person, which I've been calling and trying to get an appointment for. But then I lost one of my jobs yesterday for whatever reason. I don't know. If you have a choice, if you decide to do a gig economy job, choose another company besides Postmates if you have a choice, because Postmates is the worst one you can possibly work for. When I did restaurant deliveries for Amazon, that was the best one I did. The other ones I tried to do because of my speeding ticket, I couldn't get a job with DoorDash or with I tried DoorDash. I tried, what was the other one? Grubhub. Both of them because of I had a speeding ticket a little more than 2 years ago for going over 100 miles an hour. They won't let me drive, which is kind of crazy. I can imagine if I'm doing driving people, which I tried Uber or Lyft, and they wouldn't take me. And that's understandable because you're driving people. You don't want someone speeding over 100 miles an hour. But people who are delivering food, I mean, what are they afraid of? I'm going to crash and the food's going to get smashed? I don't know. But anyway, it is what it is. Just if you can avoid working for Postmates, they're the worst. So I just want to go on live and tell you guys I'm really struggling right now looking for another job because Postmates just discontinued my contract saying I violated it. And every time I call and ask them what I did to violate the contract, they won't tell me. They said, because of security reasons, we can't tell you. But we sent you a message and it says you violated or what was it? I forget something KA or something. So I looked in the contract, what's KA? And there's a list of all the possible things you can do wrong, which like 15 or 16 different things. So I don't know which one of those I did. But they won't tell me. And they're holding my last paycheck. They're saying they have a problem with their billing. I'm hoping they pay me because I have to pay the rent soon. And that's not even going to cover the rent. I was working 7 days a week, about 10 hours a day, doing Postmates and Amazon deliveries to pay the rent and to send money to my wife and daughter in Japan. So if you guys have any other ideas for jobs for someone who has a bachelor's degree, it's kind of crazy that I come back to America and I can't find half as good a job as I had in Japan. Many times I think I should just go back to Japan and start being a teacher again, but I didn't really enjoy that, or I did that for 13 years because that's the only thing I could do until I started singing weddings. That was fun, but it didn't really allow me to share my music or meet anyone in performing in Japan because I was basically a person on stage who performed and everyone walked out, and I never got to interact with the audience in any way other than my performance. You can't talk to people. A couple times I had the father of the bride would come up and shake my hand at the end, and that's about as much contact as I got with the audience. And the company I worked for, they said they would put my information on their website so everyone would know about me, but they didn't have any place that it talked about who I was or what I did. And so it didn't help me promote my music, which is what I really would like to do. So now I'm applying for many different jobs, teaching music, and so far I haven't got any replies. I got a reply to one that was assistant, what was it called? Assistant of a musical, assistant director of a musical, which I've done many different musical types of performances in the Buddhist organization I've been in throughout my life. So I definitely qualify, but I don't have any set experience professionally like they would like. So they emailed me back after the interview and said, yeah, we're looking for other people who have more experience in what we're exactly doing. So that's understandable. So if anyone has any ideas, I have a bachelor's degree in liberal arts, and I've applied for many jobs online, and I keep getting runarounds. And I was in banking for 9 years before I moved to Japan. All the teaching jobs that I've applied for in the US require more education, even though I was a college professor in Japan, which usually you have to have a master's degree to be a college professor. But because I taught for 8 or 9 years before I became a college professor in Japan, and because I was teaching at a school that was out in the middle of nowhere, that they had a lot of difficulty finding professors to teach at, I was lucky to get a professor job, even though I don't have a master's degree. So just want to share my struggle with you guys. I haven't been making that many videos. I would like to make more videos, but I was just working way too much doing Postmates and Amazon deliveries. I'm still doing Amazon deliveries when I get offers, and I don't get that many good offers. So I really got to find something else to do. So the great thing is I'm a Buddhist, and I have my Gohanzen that I chant to, and I've been chanting a lot lately, and it brings up wisdom, and it brings up compassion, and it brings up hope and encouragement when you chant. And usually you get the wisdom to know what direction to take your life in. So I know this is meaning I need to take my life in a whole new direction. I shouldn't be doing gig economy with no benefits, working just based on the deliveries I do, which I was doing 20 deliveries a day average, 7 days a week. So it's like 120 deliveries a week, which is just killing my car and killing my motorcycle. I would do about 50 to 75 miles on my motorcycle, and then about 100 to 150 miles on my car. And the value of my car is going way down because I'm almost at 100,000 miles, and I bought it a year and a half ago, and it only had 35,000 miles. It was a 10-year-old car, luckily, and my motorcycle is a 20-year-old motorcycle. Now my motorcycle's up to 40-something thousand. So if any of you guys have any jobs offers for me, let me know. If you'd like to donate to my website, to my YouTube channel, you can always do that. I'm still doing healing sessions here and there. I have a few clients. I've kind of got out of that. I just got burnt out of it. I did it for 7 years, and I just had so many clients. I get more and more clients. It wore me out. I enjoyed doing it. I enjoyed hearing all the great results that people were receiving, and I kept slowly increasing my price for healing, which actually I got less and less clients because of that, but I was wanting to do less and less clients because it was just too much. I was doing 2 or 3 a day, which was just too much. And then I was doing my radio show. I haven't done that in a long time because Blog Talk Radio doesn't allow free streaming anymore. You have to pay. I was paying for a long time in Japan, but I don't have the free time like I had in Japan because most of my jobs were paying $40 to $50 an hour minimum, up to $100 an hour maximum. So I can afford a lot of time to spend on doing my free healing show and people calling in and getting free healing on me. I just can't afford that right now. I'd love to do that if I won the lottery or something, or I got a record deal or a book deal. I'm still wanting to write my 4th or 5th book, but I don't have the time right now. The ideas are churning in there, and I keep writing newer songs, better songs. I need to finish my last CD, which we were stuck on song 9 in Italy when I moved from Japan here in early 2017, and I haven't had any money to continue with that. I would like to redo all the vocal tracks because the vocal tracks are terrible. I was sick the 10 days I was in Italy, and the guitar tracks, the bass tracks, the rest of the band sounds incredible. My voice sounds like shit, so I can't really get into selling this CD if I don't like my voice, which is what I should really love. I love my voice on my last CD that was done in Japan when I had a lot more free time to relax and do the vocal tracks correctly, which I didn't have in Italy because I had 10 days and I was sick most of the days because I caught the flu of my producer. Anyway, that's my life struggle right now. If you want to play the violin for me, if you want to send me Daimoku Nam-myoho Renge-kyo, if you want to know more about Buddhist meetings, we have them here in Abnormal Heights, otherwise known as Normal Heights. You don't have to be normal to come. I really wonder what it would be like if I didn't practice Buddhism and I had these struggles, because I don't know what I would do. I'd probably kill myself, because it's just like life sometimes could seem overwhelming, the challenges. And when I chant, I feel like I have that courage to break through it. And I know it's just a matter of breaking through it. And I got to keep going forward, and somehow it's going to all turn out right. So Thank you for your support, for all the people that watch my channel, share it with people, subscribe to it. I'm going to hopefully start doing videos again. I'll do healing videos. Hopefully I'll do music videos. I just haven't had the time or the money to really concentrate on it lately. And I was making a lot more money when I was doing videos regularly with my YouTube channel, and I haven't been making new videos, so it's kind of been going down, understandably. I love you all. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening to my story. Oh, I don't know if I told you guys, I tried to run for Congress, which I had the crazy idea in the middle of December to run for Congress. Little did I know by the end of December, when I got all the paperwork in, that the deadline was the beginning of December. So I was 3 weeks late on declaring my candidacy. So I'll maybe do that in another election to come up if I feel that way. But I felt really strong about it. I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I'm already too late when I found out about it. So shit happens like that, but you move on. And I really want to celebrate Bernie's victories. I know it's New Hampshire primary today, and I know he's going to sweep it if they don't try to pull shenanigans like they did in the false results of the Iowa caucus, which was totally manipulated by a company that was twice given $20,000 by the campaign of Buttigieg, who actually, the main person who runs the corporation that funded the app happens to be married to one of the top people in the Buttigieg campaign, which is a little bit of conflict of interest, wouldn't you say? Anyway, this is what happens when people actually of truth and justice try to run for president. All the corporate talking heads come out of the woodworks to try to block it. And you know who I'm talking about. It's a Hillary 2.0 in a male body. All right. Peace out. Love you all.